Hello and welcome to a review of the Dark Eyes Satinav's Changes. I just finished the game a few days ago and I wanted to make a quick review on it, mainly because I think it was a really good game and also because it's on Steam sale right now for only €2, which is more than a fair price for this game. I think the game is really good compared to many other adventures out there today. But in the same sentence, you have to say that many of these point-and-click adventures are not really that great, like the Sam Max series and even the Tales of Monkey Island. Not bad at all, both series from Telltale Games, but not really good either, not really astonishing in any way. So let's get to the game. It's an official Dark Eye release, and I really love the Dark Eye. It's one of my favorite brands when it comes to medieval fantasy. I really dislike many other fantasy worlds just because they are not the Dark Eye world, and I really love this world. It's a little bit copied from the Dungeons and Dragons world from America. The Dark Eye is a German brand, but I think they've done many things much better than Dungeons and Dragons, even though I may be not qualified to judge here. The good things about the game was a good storyline. I think these guys were always good at telling stories because that's their bread and butter as a pen and paper game brand originally. The characters are really interesting, which is again due to the pen and paper experience the writers have. The 2D graphics are really great. I love it how they just stick to the 2D instead of trying some bad looking 3D art in it. It really makes a great atmosphere of the game. And one other good thing is that most of the puzzles are really well solvable in a really good manner, and you get good tips and stuff that you can really progress well in the game. But on the other hand, there are a very few but still very annoying passages in the game where the puzzles are really hard and really strange and have really strange solutions. But I think that's quite normal for any adventure. Never got too much out of hand, but uh, there might be some times where you get a little bit frustrated, but for the most of the game, puzzles were really well done, I think. Uh, the bad things of the game was, in my opinion, first of all, the lip sync that kind of disturbed me right off the bat. The lip sync was really bad, but at some point you just don't see it anymore. But still, I don't really understand why the lip sync was that astonishingly bad. I mean, if you watch any movies or series in German or animated stuff like cartoons, the lip sync is always pretty good, even if it's translated from another language. The voice actors will try to make the lip sync really good, and I don't know why it's so flawed in this game. Um, and another thing that bugged me a little was that there is no real choice in this game. You can choose between different dialogue options, but most of the time you won't influence the storyline in any way with it. Which is a little bit sad because in the original pen and papers games you could influence the story very highly by making different choices. And yeah, I would really love to see the Dark Eye make an adventure game where you could actually influence the game. Because they have done it in pen and paper, why can't they do it in a PC game? About the voice acting, I have to admit I played the game mostly in German. I just looked very shortly in it in English just to see if the voice acting is halfway decent, and it was. In the German version, it was really great, I think. Really well done. Uh, made a very good atmosphere to have such good voice acting in the game. The soundtrack was also really great. It wasn't something like epic and memorable, but it was it did his part in making a really good atmosphere in the game while playing it. So I want to make this a short review, so I will just make my resume now. Um, I think for anyone who likes adventures, and even more so if you like the Dark Eye or at least have a little bit passion for it, then you should definitely buy the game. Maybe not for the full price of 20 euros because the playtime is just 8 to 10 hours and maybe 20 euros is a little bit much for that. But even if you just like puzzles and medieval fantasy, maybe even just one of them, I would urge you to buy this as long as it's on winter sale for just 2 euros. You can't really go wrong with that. So I hope you enjoyed this short review of a really good game I played in the last days. And I will see you next time. The Jack the Lions reboot is coming in soon. I will start the series over again, but I again had some difficulties, like putting my mic too high, the game crashing, and stuff like that. And also it's always a little bit frustrating to start over again. But I hope you will be there, and I hope you will enjoy it. So see you then. Bye.